This is a conscious dance workshop, an inquiry workshop, and a deepening into an understanding of deep ecology. Why did I create this workshop? You know, for myself, it feels very compelling to sometimes believe that human beings are going completely mad at this time on planet Earth. And yet, every time I go out and to walk by the river, to walk within the trees, some great sanity and peace and deep sense of meaning emerges within my consciousness. And yet sometimes I also notice that although I receive very deeply that attunement to nature, there's also a part of me that is disconnected in the sense that a indigenous person might be connected, or an animal might be connected to nature. In other words, it's not just there to serve my well-being. It's a relationship of reciprocity. It's a relationship where one intimately knows the other. For example, I intimately know the plants and the trees and their purpose and their relationship and relatedness with other animals and creatures, and that I am simultaneously known by the landscape, by the forest, by the trees. And often we feel very alone and we don't really have that deep knowing. I know that I still have an incredibly long way to go in my deepening, actual embodied understanding of a deep ecology perspective, where all beings have validity, all beings have a place, a purpose, and a beauty, and a teaching and a medicine. So I created this workshop in order to provide a space of inquiry for all of us present to deepen this relationship. The relationship deepens first with our sense of embodiment and our sense of embodied presence. And then we're also going to weave in practices from conscious dance and inquiry, heart inquiry, authentic relating, and threads of Joanna Macy's deep ecology and Council of All Beings work. We'll create a space together where we can really give place for our hearts to take a time to mourn and grieve for what is being lost, to refine our ability to listen to nature as teacher, to hold a space where we can be with both our joy and our grief and mourning for what is lost, and the potential of mystery of reconnection. That is an ongoing journey, I think, for many of us. As we dance together, we deepen together, and there's an emergent mystery that arises in that space of inquiry and dance. And adding in this flavor of deep ecology, I believe, will be a potent mix that I'm really excited to be offering. Through our dance, we'll go on a deep journey of re-remembering, of recapitulation, and remembering much of our entire evolutionary journey to get to this point. Because within inside of us is all beings. Within inside of us is the potential access to shift our perspective into what does world look like from the perspective of bird? What does world feel like, and what are my priorities as rock? What is my landscape and my inner attunement as whale, as sea, as water? And learning to listen deeply to how those animals and creatures and beings and lands and seas arise within me. And actually that we can shapeshift and attune and then hear from each other and move together with those different attunements, such that we can widen our sensory, perceptual and movement consciousness into many other beings and landscapes and elements. We'll share stories of our own intimate relationship with nature and those special moments that really touch and therefore open the heart.